Tiger, 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 when will you ever learn? How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend, Erica Herman, suing him for $30 million for kicking her out of his house. Now, I said girlfriend, not wife. I don't believe there's any children involved. And guess what? She'll probably get paid because of the laws that are on the books, which is the overall problem here. But before I get to that, let's take a look at Tiger and Miss Herman. That's them right there. Probably on the golf course somewhere, hanging out, chilling. All right. And here they are again at some Wimbledon, US Open, something like that, just having a good time. Let's get to the article to get down to the root of this. And if you want to read this article in full without my commentary, link as always will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But you see what's going on here. Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend tricked into leaving his home and locked out amid messy split. So before we even get to it, spoiler alert, I'm going to just tell you what happened. What he did was, or people around him, they convinced her to pack a bag for a short vacation. But then when she got to the airport, they were like, okay, you've been locked out of the home that you share or that you live with Tiger. So basically he kicked her out in a sneaky way. That's what is going on. And that's why she's suing them. And that's why she'll probably win. Let's get to the article to get down to the details, shall we? Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend, Erica Herman, has accused the golf star of tricking her into leaving his Florida mansion under the guise of going on a short vacation, only to lock her out amid the messy and shocking split. Newly unveiled court documents allege. News of the couple split only emerged Wednesday when details surrounding their months-long legal battle. A 6-year girlfriend, no kids, no marriage, still be got a legal battle going on. The laws in this country are a mess. We'll get to that a little bit more a little bit later. So details of the split emerged, months-long battle, which has so far been kept under wraps, surfaced publicly as Herman, 38, sought to toss out a non-disclosure agreement she signed in 2017. Let's pause right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to come back right quick and then come back to the article. Okay, remember, Tiger Woods has been down this road before. He was married to his ex-wife, Ellen Nordegren. I think that's how you say her name. They had kids. They were married the whole 9 yards. The divorce settlement was north of $100 million and child support of like $20,000 a month, plus probably other things. Okay. So he's like, all right, I don't want to do that anymore. And there was a prenup, there was a prenuptial agreement with the ex-wife, Nordegren, but because Tiger had cheated, then she was able to renegotiate and get higher money. He was like, you know what? I don't want to do with that anymore. I don't want to do with these ridiculous laws in the court process and get robbed of my money. So I'm not going to get married anymore. I'm not going to have any more kids with this person. We're just going to be boyfriend, girlfriend. You know what his mistake was? The mistake was cohabitation, because now she has rights like a tenant. If you are a landlord, you have real estate, you have an apartment, condo, single family, townhouse, whatever it is, and your tenants are not paying, you can't just kick them out. You can't just show up to their house, grab all their belongings, and toss it out like that. You must go through a process. It's a court process of eviction. And remember, when the pandemic happened, none of the evictions were going through. So you just had people squatting in homes. You couldn't do anything legally about it. She's in that same or similar position because by her cohabitating, she is in effect a tenant. She might not pay rent, but it doesn't matter because this is where I live. I might get mail here and everything else. So that was his mistake here. Let's come back. He tried the whole non-disclosure agreement to simulate what a prenup would be in a marriage, but you can get that tossed out. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Their legal fight kicked off in October when Herman filed a landlord complaint in October last year, alleging Woods, 47, booted her from his sprawling Jupiter home using trickery and then repeatedly refused to let her back in, according to the filings obtained by the Post. Oh, these eyes right there tell the whole story. Tiger, you should have heeded the warnings, Tiger. Good grief. The court papers state that those working on behalf of Woods Trust, so we're talking about lawyers, convinced Herman to pack a suitcase for a short vacation. And when she arrived at the airport, they told her that she'd been locked out of the residence in violation of the oral tenancy agreement and in violation of Florida law. Okay, so now we getting, okay, you want to play the lawyer games? I play lawyer games too. That's where we at nowadays. Where's the love at? Where's the, okay, we're together and all this and that? All I see is lawyer legal action going on. Anyway, Herman alleges that Woods paid for a hotel room and certain expenses for a short period of time and frightened her away from returning to the property. Those working for Woods subsequently removed her personal belongings and took $40,000 in cash that belonged to her. I mean, what did she do for a living? Had that much money in cash? Did Tiger give her that money, or was that her own money? Who is this person anyway? But different story. I digress. So, before making scurrilous and defamatory allegations about how she obtained the money, okay, in the landlord filing, Herman claimed the couple had an oral agreement that ensured she could live at the mansion for a total of 11 years. And she still had 5 years remaining when the golf star called it quits in the relationship. So did he really tell her, okay, you can live for 11 years? Like, was that it? Man, this is a mess. Tiger, you got to stop doing this, man. Like, you're not doing this whole thing properly. Based on the time left on her 5-year tenancy, Herman argued in court papers that she was entitled to compensation of $30 million. Now, how are you entitled to that kind of compensation? In what world? I think what's happening here is just lawyer legal action. All right, I want $30 million and I'll settle for, give me about $5 to $8 million. I'll take that in my pocket. That's kind of what's happening here, in my opinion. Or she might get the whole bag if the law works on her side. Anyway, in an attempt to dismiss his ex-girlfriend's complaint, Woods' attorney fired back in court documents alleging Herman was the one who removed her own belongings from after the golf champ dumped her and told her, quote, she was no longer welcome in her residence. Woods' attorney also argued that Herman couldn't claim she was a tenant because oral tenancy agreements under Florida law are only good for less than 1 year. This is crazy. This is totally crazy. It's just a bunch of legal action, lawyer action going on here. Yeah, they're trying to violate the NDA. Now, here's a piece that I want to read. I'll link to the rest of this, of course, in the description, and also link in the bio on Instagram. She's trying to get the non-disclosure agreement invalidated, I guess you would say, or thrown out, because this piece right here. On Monday, Herman filed court documents seeking to nullify her NDA, citing the Speak Out Act law. Which one is it? That's oxymoron. The Speak Out Act that allows such agreements to be voided if there's proof of sexual assault or harassment. In her filing, Herman checked yes under a question asking if the case involved allegations of sexual abuse, but there are no specific allegations of assault or harassment referenced in the court documents. Oh boy. I'll leave that for you guys to read the rest of that. But as I close, I want to say this. If you're a guy like Tiger Woods, I probably wouldn't even do the whole marriage thing or the cohabitation with women thing, because in Tiger Woods' case, it's not working out very well. And if you're like this multi-millionaire, it's hard for you to really know who is targeting you just because you have money. It's very hard. I wouldn't really do this. He's already kind of gone through this before. So he was trying. He didn't get married, didn't have any kids with her, as far as I know. He was trying to do things right, but obviously it's just not going to work out well for him. And maybe in the future, I think his mistake was living with her. If he didn't live with her, it'd be better. But since he kicked her out of the house where she was living with him, now we got all kind of, oh, I'm a tenant and you can't evict me like this and I have rights, all this and that. It's just a whole big dumpster fire. Hopefully he learns from this, and any guy out there watching this learns from it as well. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what Tiger Woods is going through? Is it his fault? Because at a certain point, you got to learn from your prior situation. You knew that this could be dangerous. That's why you got an NDA and lawyers involved and all types of agreements and everything else. Why do this? I mean, you might as well just pay for her rent and go visit her. whenever you want to at an apartment somewhere rather than having her live in your house, because now you're looking like you did some illegal stuff by illegally evicting her. You got lawyers involved. There's just too much stuff going on. But what do you guys think? Am I right about my assertion, wrong about my assertion? Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.